Welcome to This Explainer. Look, wealthy families just live differently. You're operating across multiple homes and countries, surrounded by staff, advisors, and, let's face it, kids glued to their devices. All of this leaves a massive, incredibly high-value digital footprint. So today, we're taking the strictly professional standards used by family offices and executive protection teams, and we're translating them into a practical, completely jargon-free digital security framework just for you. Here's the stark reality we're dealing with today. Your net worth, it literally makes you a target. Living this expansive lifestyle means you have to govern your family's digital life with the exact same rigor that you apply to your business investments. These threats aren't abstract at all. They're personal, they're targeted, and they're persistent. We're not just talking about hackers in a basement here. We're talking about social attacks, reputation hits, and indirect vulnerabilities coming through the very people around you. To tackle this, we're building a defense using a concentric rings model. We'll start with core individual hygiene, move outward to securing the digital household, then tackle travel and properties, and finish up with elite reputation defense. Let's get right into it. Section 1. Core individual hygiene, mastering personal defense. This is our innermost ring, focusing on the daily digital habits and foundational steps every single adult has to master to shrink their attack surface. Okay, 4. That's the magic number. Every adult in your household needs exactly 4 distinct email identities. Why? Because you absolutely have to prevent a breach in one tiny area of your life from compromising the whole shebang. You need one private personal email for your inner circle, a completely separate one strictly for finance and legal matters, a third for online shopping, and a fourth for public or business stuff. If your shopping account gets leaked, your private banking remains totally invisible. Now you've got to make a radical shift in your daily habits. First off, SMS texts for two-factor authentication, drop them immediately. Criminals are actively hunting wealthy individuals with SIM swaps, literally hijacking your phone number to intercept those texts. And storing passwords in your Notes app might be convenient, but is basically leaving your house keys under the welcome mat. Instead, transition to using a dedicated password manager, authenticator apps, or physical hardware keys like a YubiKey. And lock it all down with one robust, unique 20 to 30 character master phrase. When it comes to the heavy hitters, passports, property deeds, trust agreements, you've got to use the 3-layer storage rule. Keep your daily working stuff in the cloud, use a family secure vault for those sensitive documents, and this is absolutely crucial, maintain an offline encrypted vault for life-critical assets. This guarantees that if a ransomware attack ever locks down your primary network, you still have an untouched offline backup ready to go. Moving on to Section 2, securing the digital household. This is about treating your family like an organization. In this ring, we stop looking at the family just as relatives and start treating the household as a unified security environment, because a vulnerable smart TV or one trusting kid can dictate the safety of everyone else. To really secure a modern household, you have to run it kind of like a business. By officially defining roles for the family, say appointing a security lead to oversee the big picture, or a tech gatekeeper who actually reviews new devices before they're plugged in, you create a business-level governance structure. This stops the slow, inevitable decay of good security habits because everyone knows exactly who to ask when a weird email shows up. Think of your home Wi-Fi as your digital front door. Never, ever let smart cameras or baby monitors piggyback on the guest Wi-Fi. You've got to physically segregate them. Set up 3 separate networks. One for the family, one for guests, and a completely isolated one for smart devices. Oh, and always hide your main family network from public visibility, no exceptions. Now, kids and older parents, they are often the easiest way in for an attacker. Our whole goal here is protection mixed with empowerment. For seniors, teach them the 3 defensive phrases, like how to politely hang up and call the official bank number back, and maybe set them up with view-only bank access. For the kids, put a strict no real-time tagging rule in place. And I know it's a tough conversation, but you absolutely must have age-appropriate sextortion defense talks with teens. They need to know they can report blackmail without getting in trouble. Then there's insider risk. Honestly, most breaches aren't some anonymous hacker in a hoodie. They come through people who already have access. So, systematically offboarding domestic staff and assistants is an absolute must. Follow these concrete steps. Boot them from calendars, kill their Wi-Fi access, wipe the devices, and grab the physical keys. A single missed offboarding step creates a massive vulnerability that can linger for years. All right, Section 3, travel and properties, securing that outer perimeter. Let's expand our focus here because immense wealth usually means you're on the move. And honestly, that is exactly when your guard is down the most. High net worth travel means you've got to actively manage your digital footprint. Those vulnerable habits like auto-connecting to hotel Wi-Fi or just blindly plugging your phone into a random airport USB port, you've got to kill those habits. Start using personal hotspots, wait to post your vacation photos until you're actually sitting safely on your couch at home, and if you're heading to a high-risk destination, seriously consider bringing a clean travel phone with barely anything on it. Listen, your phone is the master key to your entire life. If it gets stolen abroad, you need to have a strict procedural protocol already in place. It's too late once the phone is gone. You've got to assume the thief is going straight for your identity and your cash. Lock your SIM card with a PIN today, get those passwords out of your Notes app, and make sure every single banking app requires your face or fingerprint to open. So what happens when your lifestyle demands elite-level protection? Say you're a highly visible public figure or dealing with massive, multi-country exposure, huge staffs, and genuine executive-level threats. That brings us to Section 4, Elite Reputation Defense for UHNWIs and public figures. This is our final ring. We're getting into the confidential, incredibly high-level measures that executive protection teams use to bulletproof wealth and reputation. At this tier, secure communication, it's not a suggestion, it's protocol. You have to compartmentalize your conversations strictly based on how sensitive they are. Public scheduling is fine for WhatsApp, but private family matters, move those over to Signal. And if you're talking about wealth, legal issues, or a crisis, lock it down completely on platforms like Proton Mail. Keep them totally separate. And let's talk about social media, because it's a massive exposure point for wealthy families. Utilizing a 3-account strategy is honestly a real game changer. It lets you be online without serving up your location or routines to criminals. You are a public profile for branding, a completely private lockdown account for your actual friends, and a decoy browsing account with a fake name just so you can lurk and read the news anonymously. Also, at this level of wealth, you absolutely need a break-glass digital estate plan. Think of it like a highly secure emergency kit. It needs your master passwords, the physical locations of your hardware keys, and immediate direct contacts for your lawyer and PR team. Keep this stored offline in a physical safe. If a sudden crisis hits, your family needs to be able to access accounts and freeze finances without hesitation. And look, security isn't some one-and-done checklist. It needs a predictable, annual rhythm to actually work. A quarterly cycle keeps the whole household sharp without making it feel like a massive chore. Refresh those passwords in Q1, do some travel safety roleplay in Q2, review what your staff has access to in Q3, and run a full family cyber fire drill in Q4. It's all about building muscle memory. Ultimately, digital security isn't about living in fear. It's actually about freedom. Wealth exposes you, for sure, but preparation protects you. So I'll leave you with this to chew on. Are you leaving your greatest assets totally exposed, or are you ready to lock down this corporate-grade protection for your family? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. Get out there, start putting these strategies to work, and stay secure.